Choosing where to buy fish is a very important decision for any aquarist. In this video, we're going to take a look at the factors to take into consideration when choosing a shop, and also what to look out for once you're in there shopping. Hi, I'm Russ. I'm a fish keeper from the UK, and I've been in the aquarium hobby now for well over 30 years. So today we're going to take a look at when you're out buying fish, or even before you've even left your house to go and buy some fish. So you're going to be looking for a store that has a great reputation. When you're choosing a store to buy your fish from, it's crucial to consider its reputation within the community. You can find out recommendations through other experienced aquarists on online forums, Google reviews, Trustpilot reviews. When you're looking at these reviews, especially on places like Google and Trustpilot, not only look at the good reviews, but also take a look at the bad reviews. Anybody can leave a good review. Staff would be known to leave good reviews regarding the store that they work in. What staff and stores won't do is leave bad reviews. So it's always good to take a look at the bad reviews to see what bad experiences some people have had within the store, or dealing with the store, or regarding customer service. Have they had negative experiences when they've been in the store or after sales? It's always worth looking into. The bad reviews will give you a better outlook on the store where you're going to choose to spend your money. So because of that, you're going to be looking for stores that have a good reputation, great reviews on Google, great reviews on Trustpilot and on the online forums, great reviews for producing or providing healthy fish, quality products, and they have excellent customer service. That is the kind of place where you're going to target before you leave the shop, before you leave your house, sorry. They're the places where you're going to want to go because people have had great experiences within them stores. So when you've made your choice and you get to the store, when you go in, really the most important thing you want to be looking out for is the health and quality of the fish available. Now, the health and quality of the fish available at your local fish store is most important. What you want to be looking out for is stores that prioritise the well-being of the fish and maintaining clean tanks and keeping the filters maintained, providing proper nutrition when they're feeding the fish, and regularly monitoring the water parameters. Now, as you'll know, when you're buying fish, they do take water out of the tank into the bag. So there is, in these stores, a top-up system which kind of works like the cistern on your toilet. As the water goes, it will replenish that. So water parameters, as long as the water that's going in is safe, then the water parameters within your store should hopefully be really, really good. You can always ask at your local store what their water parameters are, and then you can take into consideration what yours are, and hopefully they are kind of round about the same for when you're buying your fish. Healthy fish should exhibit some really nice, vibrant colours. Okay, they're not going to be as vibrant as when you get them home and they settle into your home tank because of the amount of activity that's going on within the store, but they should show some coloration, so it's always a good indication. They should also have nice, clear eyes. If their eyes are clouded, then there's obviously a problem there. And they should be quite actively swimming around the aquarium. You don't want to see the fish lying on the bottom. Lying on the bottom could indicate swim bladder issues or other issues. So you ought to be steering clear of the fish when they're not that active within the aquariums. You want to avoid buying fish from stores that have sick or stressed out fish in there, as this can lead to disease outbreaks in your own aquarium. You can also ask them to feed the fish in front of you, so you can actually see if the fish are actively feeding. It's always a good indication if they're actively feeding that they're quite healthy. So ask them if they'll feed them while you're there. This will also give you an indication of what they feed the fish whilst they are in their care. You also want to be looking for stores that have a wide variety of species. A good fish store should offer you a diverse selection of fish species, so it can cater to the different preferences and interests that are out there. Look for stores that offer both common and rare species of fish. Having this option gives you the chance then to create a more interesting and diverse aquarium in your own home. You also want to be looking at the cleanliness of the tanks and are they well maintained. Now, the cleanliness and the maintenance of the tanks within your fish store are great indicators to whether the store is committing itself to providing a healthy environment for your fish. The tanks should be clean and the water should be clear. No real signs of excessive algae growth or any debris on the floor of your aquarium. Filtration systems, are they all functioning properly? And are the water parameters tested regularly? As I said earlier, you can ask what their water parameters are. If they don't know what the water parameters are, do you really want to be buying from there? I hate going into stores and I walk through the door and the staff congregating around the till, or they're all stood around talking. Fine if there's nothing to do, but when you're walking around the store, if the tanks are dirty and there's algae growth on the glass, or there's dead fish at the base of your aquarium, do you really want to be seeing the staff stood around the till talking about what they did last night when the tanks are in such poor condition? To me, when I walk in a store, if I see that, then it's a red flag to me. I'm not going to be taking fish from a place that they're not looked after and introducing them back into my home aquarium where I know they are looked after. I don't want to introduce any diseases into my tanks because the staff don't care. But what I do like when I walk into a store is seeing the staff busy. Now, either dealing with customers, which is obviously a great sign. If there's a lot of customers and they're being served, then the shop must have a great reputation. But even if the shop's quiet, you're not going to go in there. It's not going to be busy all the time. So when you go into the store, you want to see the staff cleaning the tanks, wiping the glass down inside and out. You want to make sure that there isn't dead fish. Now, the fish business, there is going to be dead fish just through the nature of shipment, the stress it causes. But is that something that you want to see? So like, really, your staff, you want them to be going around regularly, just monitoring, and if there is any fish that are dead, then take them out immediately, because those fish, you don't want to see them, do you? You don't want to know about them. But what you do want is your staff to possess a strong knowledge and expertise in the field of aquarium keeping. They should be able to answer those questions that you have. They should be able to give you proper guidance on fish compatibility and water parameters and plant growth. It's not just all about the fish. Sometimes you want to know about plants. You know, they should have the expertise. If they're there selling them, they should know what it is they're selling. They should have an expertise in setting up aquariums and maintaining the aquariums. You ought to be looking for stores that have staff that are nice and are friendly and they're approachable and they're willing to share their knowledge and take the time to deal with the questions that you have. Good customer service is essential. Now, I go to more than two, but I use two stores more than anything. There's a store near me that's 3 miles away. I won't name the names of the stores because I haven't asked for their permission. But they are great. The store that's 3 miles away from me have just won the koi supply in award from Practical Fish Keeping for the past 2 years. That says to me, wow, their knowledge is just phenomenal. So you go in there, you're getting information off the guys that are in there, and you know that you can trust on that information. I also go to a Maidenhead Aquatics, which is about 30 miles away from me there. I get a majority of my rainbow fish there that you can see in this tank. Now, the guy that I see in there, wow, he's just a hive of information regarding fish, and that's what you want. You want to go to people that can tell you about the fish, can tell you where they've come from, where they've been bred, whether they've been bred locally or whether they've been imported from wherever they originate from. That's the type of person that you want to be dealing with within these stores. So there we go. So choosing a store, it requires great consideration of several factors: reputation, health and quality of the fish, variety of species, cleanliness of the tanks and the actual store itself, and more than anything, the health, obviously the health of the fish, and knowledgeable staff, great customer service. By selecting a reputable stores that prioritise in the well-being of the fish, you can ensure a successful and enjoyable aquarium experience once you're in there. It gives you the confidence to go out and buy some fish from that store. Just remember to do thorough research before you go into the store, and visit the store in person, and trust your own instincts more than anything when you're making that decision. I do hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and I do hope you've learned something also from today's video. If you have, can you please click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for further content, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.